All right, everybody, how's it going? It is Wednesday, January 20th, 2021, and we have some breaking news, I guess you could say, from the NFL, even though it's not really breaking anymore. It's like an hour and a half old. Philip Rivers is officially retiring from football. I think he's made a statement where he just said it's time. Oh, here's the statement. Here we go. Let's read the statement from Philip Rivers. We'll go over his stats and kind of give our thoughts on the career. Every year, January 20th is a special and emotional day. It is St. Sebastian's feast day, the day that I played in the AFC Championship without an ACL, and now the day that after 17 seasons, I'm announcing my retirement from the NFL. Thank you, God, for allowing me to live out my childhood dream of playing quarterback in the NFL. I am grateful to the Chargers for 16 seasons and the Colts for the 17th. Thank you to all my coaches that helped me grow as a player and a person. Thanks to the support staff. I appreciate the opposing defenses making it challenging physically and mentally every week. I also enjoyed the banter. I appreciate the referees for putting up with all my fussing. I think I was right most of the time. Dadgummit. Fucking Philip Rivers. Thanks to the fans in San Diego and around the nation that both cheered and booed. Special thanks to my teammates. Without a doubt, my favorite part of the game, being a teammate. Thank you for being mine. Lastly, oh wow, he has a whole bunch of people he has to thank for his family. Lastly, thank you to his wife and best friend Tiffany and our children, Hal, Caroline, Grace, Gunnar, Sarah, Peter, Rebecca, Claire, and Anna. That's 9 goddamn kids. Could not have done it without y'all's unwavering support. As my playing career comes to an end, the next chapter begins. And then he says, NUNC Copi. I'm not really sure what that means, but it's probably something for like the Catholic religion and all that fun stuff. So yeah, that's the end of what could be considered our generation's Dan Marino, I guess you could say, because it's one of those things where you're like, he has great numbers all time. We'll go over those in literally, I think it's like top 5 in passing touchdowns, passing yards. And when you think of Rivers, you have to also consider, like, is he a Hall of Famer? I would have to say yes. Is he a first ballot? Probably not. But you also have to consider a lot of the things that why Rivers may not seem as substantial as other quarterbacks who put up 63,000 yards, over 420 passing touchdowns. All those, that's a lot. Yeah, we'll go over his numbers real quick, and then I'll give my thoughts here, just to show you. Here's the passing touchdowns career lead. Let's go over this first. For his career, Rivers went 134 and 106, pretty good overall record. 65 completion percentage, 63,440 yards, 7.8 yards per attempt, 421 touchdowns, 209 picks. Good old Philip Rivers. He had a great career. In terms of yards, he finishes 5th all time, with ahead of Dan Marino, just shy of Brett Favre by about a few. But he is officially he finishes 5th all time, and it looks like he won't be passed until Matt Ryan Matt Ryan looks like he's the most likely to pass him next. But finishing with 63,000 yards, he finishes in 5th place all time. Much like touchdowns, he finishes just ahead of Dan Marino, who a lot of people will be comparing him to, and about 80 shy of Brett Favre for 4th all time. So, this all, I'm just kind of looking at who's all next. Looks like Aaron Rodgers will pass him soon. So he'll fall to 6th all time, and then probably, with Stafford and Ryan coming up, we'll see how long those careers go. But in terms of like the career of Philip Rivers, yeah, he ranks 5th all time. He'll probably find himself in the Hall of Fame without any of the rings, because he'll probably be considered much like Matthew Stafford, unless Stafford goes and wins a ring elsewhere. Kind of like our generation's Marino, a top tier passer with great numbers. Just never seemingly was able to get the job done. And you have to consider, well, what could have been the reason? You have to look at who was around during his career. I mean, he comes into the league. You already have Brady, Peyton Manning, and Michael Vick all in like the throes of their career. You have the end of Brett Favre. And then you have, during his career, you have Aaron Rodgers emerge. You have Drew Brees emerge. You have Big Ben emerge. You have Eli Manning strike. So you have literally you have like 8 or 9 different Hall of Fame quarterbacks. And then at the end of his career, you see the emergence of Russell Wilson, Matt Ryan, Matthew Stafford. We already said Wilson. Now we see the emergence of the Allens, the Mahomes, the Josh Allens, all these new young star quarter. It just seems like all these huge quarterbacks are popping up right during the career of Philip Rivers, where in almost any other era of football, a quarterback like Philip Rivers probably climbs the mountaintop, gets the Super Bowl ring. But when you look at like Brady being in his career, Big Ben, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers. It's just it just the big, it's just all these teams and all these quarterbacks happened at the exact same time as Phil. So his career, though it's a Hall of Fame career, it just doesn't seem as significant when you look at everything. But despite all of that, he finishes with the 5th best numbers all time at the time of his retirement, trailing literally the likes of Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, and Brett Favre. That is 4 Hall of Fame quarterbacks sitting ahead of him. And behind him is Dan Marino. When we go to the passing yards, it's the same thing. Brees, Brady, Manning, Favre, Rivers. I mean, it's so when you think of Phillip Rivers, yeah, he doesn't have the rings. He doesn't have the jaw. He has jaw-dropping stats, really, compared to everybody. 5th all time is nothing to shake your hand at. So yeah, it's a Hall of Fame career. I think, especially when you put into context who he played around, the guys that were around him his entire career, playing for one of the cheapest owners in football in Spanos. But yeah, so what a legendary guy Phillip Rivers was. He yelled at everybody, screamed at people, wanted to fight guys, and he has 9 kids. It seems like the NFL is losing one of its greatest characters in Phillip Rivers. So we all have to do one thing and wish Phillip Rivers nothing but the best during his retirement. Best of luck at his newest. And he's going to become a high school football coach, which is probably already the most electric high school football coach in the nation. He's going to be trash talking 14 and 15-year-olds, screaming in people's faces. And I can't wait to see. Hopefully they get some game time on TV, which they probably will, because that'll be pretty fun to watch Phillip Rivers freaking the fuck out as a head coach. I mean, it is kind of sad. We do lose one of the best trash talkers in NFL history, in my opinion. Phillip Rivers was really, really good at getting under people and yelling at people, and we'll all miss that. So enjoy retirement, Phil. Hopefully, we'll see you in the Hall of Fame in 5 years, 6 years here. Maybe not first ballot, but you'll get in eventually. So can't wait to see it. Enjoy. Thank you for everything, Mr. Rivers, and enjoy retirement. Thank you. Have a good rest of your day. Picks video later. Goodbye. That sucks. All the greats are going. Dang.